Today and is racing away is Brooks Laboratory. This stock is up close to about 4% today, but just in the last 4 trading sessions, it's seen a gain of close to about 33%. But is the buzz worth it? Mangalam Maloo joins us to tell us what's happening in the company. Mangalam, what's cooking?
Well, I was looking at the stock and the pharma space is buzzing around. So Brooks Lab is one stock that came into my radar, 33% in the last 4 trading sessions. If you look at it from the budget days lows of Feb 29, the stock has gained almost 60% since March 2016. What could possibly have triggered this move? Well, a little about the company. They are contract manufacturers of a few pharmaceutical drugs. In fact, they specialize in injectables as well as tablets and dry syrups. And if they are contractors, here are a few clients that they have. The clients include names like Zydus Cadila, Alembic, Wockhardt, FTC, as well as Alchem, Medley, as well as Sanat. All these pharmaceutical companies are their clients. They give them contracts to manufacture a few things, and the company is also expanding business into Africa, West Asia, as well as Latin America. So because they are contract manufacturers, we also need to track the developments of their clients. So if you look at the updates for the clients, on July 11th, Zydus Cadila received a US FDA for nadglinite tablets. So we do not know whether this is going to mean revenue for the company. I've been trying to contact the management. They have been unforthcoming, but Zydus Cadila also entered into a sub-licensing patent for hepatitis C drugs. Moving on, FTC also received an all clear from the US FDA for their Baddi facility, and that is important because the company Brooks Lab has a facility in Baddi. In fact, most of their operations are in Baddi, Himachal Pradesh, and FDC is a client, so them receiving an all clear for their Baddi facility could also mean a positive for the company. But if you look at the sales trends over the last few years, they have been absolutely flat. 80-85 crores, that has been the usual run rate, but the margins too have been all over the place in Brooks Labs. 13%, 10%, as low as 8%, but last year they grew to 14% courtesy the quarter 4. And if you look at the EPS, that has shown a progressive growth from 4.4 rupees to 6.6 rupees. So if you look at last year's EPS, the stock is currently trading at 16 times FY16 PE. But if you look at the 4th quarter numbers, those should come up for you. That is where we saw the margins expand to as high as 18%, and the net profit doubled in the last quarter, and the EPS came in at 2.9 rupees. So if one has to extrapolate that into the next year's performance as well, we can expect the valuations to be slightly lower than what they're trading at 16 times. But if you look at what the management has been saying in the annual report, the management has said that the sales are stagnant because their Baddi facility has been running at 100% capacity. So any revenue growth going forward will come by from new capex. So the company is starting a new facility in Vadodara. At the same time, they are expanding their Baddi facility by 50% also. All this is what the management did say in their annual report FY15, and the management said that once these capacities come on stream, the sales can expand substantially as well as the profits. So here's an update on what the expansion plans are up to. On 31st March, the management had told BSE that the Baddi facility expansion has completed, while the Vadodara unit, which was supposed to be commissioned by December 15, will commence production in the next 6 months. And that brings us to the key risk of the company. That is commencement in delay of production at Vadodara. Because I was looking through their annual reports in 2015, they had said that this unit will start producing in December 2015. But in December 2015, they told the exchanges that approvals are awaited. They will start production in the next 3 months, and in the next 3 months, that is March, they said that they are likely to commence productions in the next 6 months. So that's the delay. But if you look at 6 months from March, it is December, and that brings us to another interesting aspect. Remember, SEBI had barred the company from raising further capital for 5 years on account of the promoters having been accused of siphoning off about 8 crores from their IPO proceeds. And this prohibition period is of 5 years starting from December 28, 2011. If we move on 5 years from there, it is December 28, 2016 where the company can raise capital, and 6 months hence we can also see the Vadodara plant coming about in full swing as far as the production commencement is concerned. Maybe the promoters may have some capital raising plans at that point in time. This is not something that we know yet, and that's the kind of buzz that's happening on Brooks Labs.
Okay, Mangalam, thanks so much for giving us that comprehensive take on what's happening in the company. By the way, these are not recommendations. It's just analysis of what's transpired in the company. It's historical fact.